Morning students, welcome to VLSI Design. Today we are going to discuss about clock and power routing. So clock and power both are essential in the digital circuits. So first let us see what is meant by clock routing. Already we discussed about routing. Routing means to connect or connection, simply called as a connecting. So first one is called as a clock routing. So clock synchronization is one of the most critical issue of the design in the VLSI circuits. In order to perform a high performance in the design of the digital circuits, we need a clock. So the data transfer between functional elements is synchronized by the clocks. So because of the clock, then only the data transfer is present between the two systems. So it is desirable to design the fastest possible clock. If the clock speed is high, means automatically the device performance is also high. Sorry. The clock signal is typically generated external to the chip. So whenever the chip is present, means we can apply the clock signal externally, not inside the chip. So it provides through the clock pin, provide the chip through the clock pin, and each functional unit which needs a clock is connected to clock pin by the clock net. So by using the clock net, then only we can apply the clock externally. So what is meant by clock distribution? So the clock distribution is a main job of the clock routing to design the control clock skew from the clock pad to all the memory elements. Whenever the memory element is present, memory elements, simply the example is nothing but a sequential circuits. So by using the sequential circuits, we can store our data, or we can move the data. That is because of the clock. And clocking is a floor planning because clock delay varies with position on the chip. So based on the position of the chip, definitely here floor planning is nothing but our desired circuit. So in the desired circuit, here depending upon the delay or with the position of the circuitry, so the clock must be present. So as a result, clock delay must be taken into account, both the placement of the logic block and the design of the clocking network. So this point we will see later. So there are two complementary ways to improve clock distribution. One is called as a physical design and second one is called as a circuit design. So in the physical design, the layout can be designed to make the clock delay more even or at least more predictable. So in the physical design, is nothing but in the layout, definitely we need to design the physical design by using the delay. And the circuit design is nothing but the circuit is driven to the clock distribution network can be designed to minimize the delay using several stages of the drivers. So this is nothing but that means the clock distribution is based on two types. One is a physical design and the second one is a circuit design. So it is totally the circuit level one, or this is physical design is totally the layout one, layout based clock, and it is a circuit designed based clock. So the both technique were distributed in adequate characteristics, and a physical design or a physical design clock distribution network most commonly used in the physical clocking networks. One is called as a H-tree. That means the clock were given either the H-tree model or a balanced tree model. H-tree means the shape of the H is present, the four sides are present, 1, 2, 3, 4. So like that is called as a H-tree. So this is nothing but the H-tree model. So this symbol is just like a H. So here the distribution of the clock is same. So the size is the same and the distribution of the clock is also same, but here this is nothing but the balanced one. So here if we observe the modules, this model is different, this is different, this is different, and this is different, and this is also different, but we can apply the clock in the balanced module. So this is a high tree. So in this one the delay is constant, but here the delay is not a constant one. Next, here see the hierarchical block distribution. So this is nothing but the hierarchical block distribution. So like we can distribute the clock. I think you know the inverter working principles. So by using those inverters we can distribute the clock. So next one is called as a power routing. So the power is most important in the digital circuits. So power routing is simply called as a supply and ground. So to design the almost all blocks requires a power and ground connections. In each and every design requires a power and ground connections. So the power and ground netlist are usually laid out entirely on the metal layers of the chip. So how we can layer in the chip, how we can layer the power in the chip means by taking the metal layer. Why? Because the metal layer having the resistivity is very small. So because of the small resistivity of the metal, we can use the metal to connect the supply and ground, then only high current will flows. If we take a high resistivity material, the drop is more, the current is reduces. So because of that reason, the metal layers are essential to supply the power. And routing power is VDD and ground is nothing but GND. It consists of two main tasks. One is a construction of interconnection topology and the determination of width of various segments. So depending upon the segment width, the supply can be determined, or the interconnection topology, based on the interconnection topology the power must be supplied, or the width of the various segments, based on this one we want to supply the power for that particular circuit. So this is nothing but one example. So here our cell is present, here our standard cell is present, here this is a one more cell. How we can route the power means by giving the supply and by giving the ground. So this is nothing but the supply one and this is a ground one. Whenever I need it, definitely we want to connect the supply and ground. It is essential in each and every circuits. So if we observe the chip design, so this is nothing but the I/O pads outside. So how we can supply the power means by taking the supply voltage VDD and this is nothing but the ground. Through the I/O pads we can supply the power for this particular circuit. And power distribution, how we can distribute the power. The power distribution presents two problems. One is called as a sizing wire should be proper. If the wire sizing, that means proper length is a very important. The sizing wire should be proper. It can deliver the required power without being destroyed. So if any power lines are destroyed, definitely the power distribution is not in the proper way. So because of that reason, here we require power without being destroyed. So in order to deliver a power, so the wires need not be destroyed. And power supply noise will be held due to bending of wires. Whenever the wires are bent, sometimes that way leads the noise. So because of this noise one, we can't generate the power to the particular ICs. And designing of a global power distribution networks that route both, that means global power distribution means definitely we need a supply and a ground. So that is only entirely on the metal. So why we take a metal means because of the low resistivity. Resistivity is small means high current flows. Definitely power must be distributed in the proper way. So these two are the problems. One is nothing but wires are destroyed, or if any wires are bending, so that leads a problem in the power distribution. So this is nothing but the power distribution circuit. So this is a supply one, and this is nothing but the ground one. So if any circuitry is present means how we can apply the supply means by using like this connections. So but here due to bending of wires, if more bendings are present in the wire means that leads a noise. So we can't generate a power at that particular circuit. Okay, thank you.